Hello everyone, it's Pat with Angel Divination with our daily oracle card reading and message for Saturday and Sunday, May 5th and 6th of 2012. Today we have the 5-5 in the date, which is about big changes coming around. This is like, the 5-5 is like a buckle your seatbelt, there's lots of changes coming in and taking place. um, Ride the wave, strap on your seatbelts, get ready, because the ride gets interesting from here. For today, for this weekend, obviously, we'll be calling on the fairies. We have the healing fairies, we have the magical fairies, and the earth magic that we'll be calling on. All the elemental realms. Now, from the magical messages from the fairies, we have a card that came out, and it is patience, please. Okay, so this is there's a lot of change coming in, so have patience. All right, it may require a bit of extra patience on our part. And the message in the card says, what you're asking for is coming about. Have patience, as there are unseen factors that need to occur first. So what this card speaks to is that, when you're in a phase of development and working towards your desired outcomes and intended, your dreams, your heart's desires, that there's a phase of development that goes on there. And so they're urging you to be patient with that. Or I should say, reminding you to be patient with it. There's certain steps that need to fall into place first. If you plant a garden that you want to grow vegetables in, you have to plant the seeds first and allow them to grow before you can sort of reap the harvest or the fruit, if you will. And that's what this card speaks to. There is a lot of change going on, and they want you to have faith in the things that you've been putting in place for yourself, and to trust and believe in yourself, and just know that it really just takes a little bit of patience. Sometimes when we want to see, when we're really looking to see results, and how yesterday's messages was about putting ourselves out there as a teacher, and writing and stuff like that, and sometimes we're looking for that to unfold very quickly. And this card is saying, have a little bit more patience with it, all right? Allow it to unfold. Allow the development of, if you're involved with writing either an article or putting together, writing a piece of music that, or I think singing was part of the creative expression yesterday too. Remember that there is a process involved with it, and there's a lot of things that need to be developed. And so, like in this photograph or in this painting, oops, sorry about that. It's like the fairies' wings are transparent. It's like they're brand new and they've just grown, like there's just an outline of them there, and so they need to be developed. And that's what this card speaks to today. So it's urging you to have patience with yourself, and just in general, there's a lot of change going on, and to have a bit of patience with that, because change does bring up a lot of emotions for people. And even though we're doing our duty and taking one step at a time, each day taking another step, another step, another step, it does require patience and tenacity and commitment on our part. And the card that's come out from the healing with the fairies is, it says, awakening your true self. All right. And we had a card yesterday from Dana about teaching your wisdom, okay, getting out there and knowing that, stepping into that role of being a leader or a role model, and allowing yourself to express yourself creatively through music, the arts, and allowing your personal self-expression to come through. And that's what this card speaks to as well. It's awakening your true self and allowing that to come to the surface. So it speaks to a process of spiritual unfoldment that's taking place. And again, they're urging you to be patient with that process. Okay, there is no rush or competition for you to, for being in that process of awakening your true self. And the awakening your true self also speaks to the understanding that maybe you've been involved in a situation, a life situation, or a relationship where you put aside your true self to accommodate somebody else and their needs and their ways of being in the world. And this awakening your true self card says that you're putting that aside now and you're deciding to be who you are and deciding that you matter and that that's important. And um, it's like you're allowing your true self to bloom, just like the flowers that are in this beautiful painting. So, and I'll hold it up close again so you can see it. It's a whole jar of beautiful flowers, and that's what's waking up. That part of you that is your true self, that is beautiful, powerful, spiritual. So, have patience with it and know that you are in the process of it, okay? All right, so let's see what Earth Magic, what this message is for us today. What is Mother Earth? What's going on with Mother Earth with all these changes? Oh, what a beautiful card. Love, compassion. And again, I feel like this speaks to an infusion of very loving spiritual energy that's coming in. And it's about an infusion of love that's coming into yourself as you awaken your true self. And, there's two hands reaching out together here to the heart that's in the center of the picture. And I feel like it really speaks to the mending of a relationship, okay? Maybe from a long-standing feud, a big misunderstanding that took place. Maybe somebody took something too personally or misinterpreted something, and maybe you've been bothered by it for a long time because when we have things that go on like that, we really miss certain aspects of the person. And it may be that in the process of awakening to your true self, in that process, a lot of times, there's an element of humility that comes in, and we become willing to be responsible for our own behaviors and actions and who we are in certain situations. And so there's an element of humility that comes in. I mean, we realize our good qualities and aspects and what they bring, but we also take responsibility for ourselves and our life and where it's at. And, the responsibility for the choices that we've made and what they've created for us, okay? And when that happens, the beautiful thing that comes out of it is a great deal of love for yourself. It is a healing process that takes place. And love is both what stimulates it. It's part of the catalyst that puts it in motion, but it's also the benefit and the reward. It's a great deal of self-love, and it affects all areas of our life. And in this case, it has a great deal to do with the mending of relationships, the mending of the relationship to yourself and the mending of the relationship to other people and other things in your life. It can mean, the mending of your relationship to your finances or to your work, or it can show up in a variety, but it has very much to do, as the card says, with compassion, compassion and mercy for yourself and others. Okay. And I do feel like, for someone out there, um, there is, if you've been suffering in a place where or if you've been in a place where you were suffering, someone or something, you are being given, the hands are being extended to you with a great deal of compassion, okay? A very compassionate person, or compassion is being extended to you this weekend, okay? So really lovely card and messages to come from the fairies and Mother Earth. And of course, where it's Mother Earth, remember to send your love and compassion. And, as I look at this again, just in terms of looking at it as I was relating it to the initial message I got about our relationships. But where this is an Earth Magic card, I think of the Earth Magic deck as being the messages from, Mother Earth. So where we had Earth Day not that long ago, I do feel like this is also about a reconnection that a lot of us are making to the Earth. Larger and larger groups of people are reconnecting to the Earth in a compassionate way to make more gestures towards taking better care of her. Okay. And I'm kind of speaking of the earth as a living entity, but a lot of people do feel and believe in the earth that way. And, it's about how you treat yourself and the things around you is how you treat everything. When you come to things yourself, your relationships with other people, your job, your finances, the earth itself, when you approach it with love and compassion, um, giving and receiving become one and the same. It is in giving that we receive. So remember to bring love and compassion to all your areas of your life as well. And this is about a reconnection to the earth in a very loving and compassionate way. So that's an additional message that's just come through with that. And I feel like it's especially directed at the ocean because the color in that card is that blue green of the ocean. Okay. So, and I feel like it may have to do with either a new or a very large new endeavor that's being directed at cleaning up the oceans. Okay. Which is really a huge gesture of love because the oceans are what give life to us. Really, we would be nowhere without the oceans of the earth and their creatures. So that, as I look at that card, that's an additional message that I get. So, anyways, I hope you all have a very lovely and enjoyable weekend. Okay, embrace the kind of spiritual unfoldment that's taking place here and the infusion of love that is coming in that I get as a message from these cards. And, I personally wish you much love and many blessings. Take care, everyone. Thanks so much for watching, being with me on these videos, being a subscriber, and thanks so much for all the lovely comments that you leave. I don't always get back to them right away, but I really do read and appreciate them. Thank you, everyone. Take care.